in, I think, 1977 was the first time it appears in print, where we say a computer on every desk and in every home, and actually we said running Microsoft software. If we were just talking about the vision, we'd leave those last three words out. If we were talking an internal company discussion, we'd put those words in. And it's very hard to recall how crazy and wild that was. You know, on every desk and in every home, you know, at the time you have people who are very smart saying, you know, why would somebody need a computer? Even Ken Olsen, who had run this company, Digital Equipment, who made the computer I grew up with, and you know that we admired both him and his company immensely, was saying that this seemed kind of a silly idea that people would want to have a computer.
Bill Gates showed an early interest in software and programming computers at the mere age of only 13. In 1973, Bill Gates became a student at Harvard University. While Gates was an undergraduate at Harvard, he wrote a version of the programming language, BASIC, for the MIT's Altair microcomputer. MIT's Altair 8800 was a microcomputer designed in 1975 based on the Intel 8080. A microcomputer is a personal computer that not many people heard about, but young Bill Gates and childhood friend Paul Allen saw personal computing as a bridge to the future. Gates offered this developed software to the MIT's Altair, and they eventually accepted and bought his BASIC language.
The Altair 8800 was the spark that led up to the microcomputer revolution, also known as the personal computer revolution. The microcomputer revolution is a term designed to describe the period of rapid advances in personal computing. Within a decade from then, computers became a common item you could find in the average American's house. In 1975, Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard University to start working on the software adventure he referred to as Microsoft with Paul Allen. They planned to develop software for the newly emerging personal computer market. Software is the coded instructions for performing specific tasks to run a computer.
In 1976, Gates and Allen officially registered Microsoft as a business organization. Microsoft started off small but had a vision: a computer on every desktop and in every home. In 1977, Gates went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where MIT is headquartered, to set up Microsoft. Next, in 1978, the Microsoft headquarters moved to Bellevue, Washington, and directed Gates as the head of the company at only 23 years old. In addition, in 1978, Microsoft opened its first international office in Japan, and the company revenued $1 million.
Gates was tremendously involved with his company and employees. The computer industry was rapidly growing, and Gates wanted to get Microsoft involved with other computer companies. He traveled all over trying to push Microsoft software, when finally his mother introduced him to the CEO of IBM. After working with IBM, Microsoft experienced rapid growth. The growth included a staff increase from 25 people to 128 people, and a revenue of $16 million for that year.
Windows 1.0 was introduced between 1982 and 1985. In 1986, at age 31, Bill Gates became the youngest billionaire ever. A few years later, in 1989, Microsoft introduced Microsoft Office, which incorporates several software programs, including Word and Excel. A year later, in 1990, Microsoft launched Windows 3.0, and it sold 100,000 copies in just 2 weeks. The next major project happened in 1995, when Microsoft introduced Windows 95, which incorporated Internet Explorer to browse the web.
Bill Gates has changed the world in so many different ways. For starters, his work with software sparked the computer revolution. The computer revolution changed most of the world, and it changed how a lot of people work. He made many routine jobs computerized, such as accounting, research, data management, and many more. I've always believed in a paperless office, says Bill Gates. More than 90% of computers run on Microsoft Windows. Gates' vision of a computer on every desktop and in every home was slowly but surely being fulfilled. Between 1983 and 1995, the percentage of American households with a computer jumped from 7% to 37%. Now, Bill Gates spends his time setting up research for the cure of many diseases. He also spends time with his family, but is never forgotten for his self-made Microsoft company that changed the world.